Alright, so we got ourselves a nice little mail day today, and first up is Win, Lose, or Draw. Never played this on the NES before, or, I mean, on anything, honestly, and I'm assuming this is the only console that it comes on. But no, never played it, and what's fun about this is it has this little guy down here, so it looks like it was a rental from Fun City in Salem, Missouri, so that's pretty exciting. The only thing, the front portion of it is a little bit discolored, but I'm not too worried about that. That's not really too big of a deal to me. It's just going to go in my collection anyway, and definitely this was a cool one that I wanted to add, so that one's pretty fun. And next up is Super Off-Road. This one I think I played a little bit as a kid, but not really. Maybe once or twice, but nothing serious. One fun thing about this one is it's a Blockbuster rental, so that's pretty exciting. I'm definitely going to be leaving that label on there because that's just pretty cool. A little Blockbuster memory there. Definitely remember going to Blockbuster many times to rent games. Don't recall actually renting games for the NES necessarily. Definitely Super Nintendo quite a bit. I do remember this game being a lot of fun, so I'm excited to dig into this one a little bit. And then I'm adding to the 5-screw collection that I currently have, so I went ahead and picked up Mach. Nice little 5-screw here. I do actually remember playing this one a little bit. Again, not too much. Maybe a little more than Super Off-Road. But definitely didn't spend very much time on this one either, but I'm excited to play this one as well. And last but not least is Top Gun. Again, another 5-screw for us to add to the 5-screw collection, so I'm excited to add that. And I have never played this game, however I have watched a little bit of gameplay, and it doesn't necessarily look like the most fun game. But who knows, maybe I'll have a blast playing it, so that would be pretty cool. And this is actually the 5-screw collection I have to this point. Of course, this stack of games over here on the left. As well as these ones right over here. I do have them in the mini box gaming boxes, which I think are pretty awesome. And then I have a duplicate golf game right there. Would love to try to potentially collect all of the 5-screws. Definitely not getting the entire NES set, but if I could get all the 5-screws, that would be pretty awesome. Though I know some of those are going to be fairly pricey. So we'll see if that actually ends up happening. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and keep trying to get as many 5-screws as I can. But yeah, I would say all in all, this is actually a pretty nice little mail day. Picked these up on Whatnot on a fun little auction on there, and it was great. Got them for a great price. So I'm definitely happy to add these to the collection. Let me know, have you played any of these? I'm sure some of you have, of course. But which one of these four would you say is your favorite?